This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers post-game reviews here on the channel. Woo-wee! Let's go. How does that feel? A big old greasy 4-2 victory over top of the St. Louis Blues. She was in doubt there for about a minute and a half or so, but ladies and gentlemen, our Edmonton Oilers show what they're made of, pull it out, get 2 points. Let me tell you, I'm going to set this up for you, all right? Earlier this week, when I was talking about the week that was to come against the Flames, the Blues, the Flames, is as simple as this. For the Oilers to get the job done, we needed a big recipe of 5 of 6 points. The preferable matchup for that was a win against Calgary, OT loss to St. Louis, and then a win against Calgary. Obviously, it's happened reverse so far. OT loss, shootout, whatever you want to call it, to the Calgary Flames. Now a big win against the St. Louis Blues. So that leaves the last 2 points on the line tomorrow. So, if you're thinking, what am I going to do tomorrow night at 8 p.m. when the game is on, you're going to come by Dolynny TV. You're going to put me on your phone, your laptop, whatever you want. You're going to get in the chat. You're going to discuss the hockey game with me. You're going to watch the Battle of Alberta, and we're going to have a heck of a night. But that said, tonight's still Friday. The Blues just fell to the Edmonton Oilers 4-2, so we have to discuss that in a 34-shot effort. The Blues a 33-shot effort, a big-time, big-save effort from Mr. Mikko Koskinen getting in there for the first time post-All-Star break. So, ladies and gentlemen, my impression of this game, absolutely beautiful to watch the Oilers come to work, battle back when the Blues took it to them at times, and you know what? That's how you win a playoff game. Not every second of a playoff game are you going to dominate. And the Oilers did well managing that crisis of not dominating every second of play tonight, and that's huge. That's absolutely huge. So let's get to the scoring summary. What you need to know, the fact that Draisaitl had a chance for an empty netter with about 45 seconds to go to steal a hat trick. Couldn't get it done and being on the ice and all, but it's all right. Draisaitl now 29 goals on the season after picking up goal number 28, 5:31 into the first period. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with the assist. It was a beautiful forced turnover by Mr. Kailer Yamamoto. Nuge gets it over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl half clap from the circle. Gets it past Jake Allen. That's a shaky backup goal, but we'll take it, and that's all good. Then this one, Yamamoto all over all 3 of 4 Oilers goals. He was in front of the net when Caleb Jones fired a puck after receiving a puck from Matt Benning, fires it on net, gets through the wickets of Jake Allen, and I would love to see Mr. Yamamoto credited with this one, but it's Caleb Jones' first goal of the year, and he actually got to celebrate a goal for the first time in his career because of what happened against the San Jose Sharks last year. You would hear in a game review I did, I was very fired up about that last year, but Caleb Jones gets his first, gets to celebrate. Matt Benning the assist. We get 2 games straight with Matt Benning in the third D pairing getting points. Matt Benning now with a goal and then 6 assists for 7 points on the season. 2 points in 2 games for Matt Benning. Now, obviously, like I said, the Blues, well, they tried to bend the Oilers around in that second period, and that they did for quite a while. It seemed like the Oilers gave up. The Oilers weren't skating this, that, or the other thing, but the Oilers never gave up. They battled hard to keep the puck out of the net. David Perron did pot one halfway through the period at the 10:57 mark. Pietrangelo, Sanford, the assist. It was a good, hard-working goal by the Blues, and it just is what it is at the end of the day. Now, the goal I'm not too impressed with the Oilers, and I think when it comes down to Dave Tippett, he'll say, gotta remove the simple mistakes from the game. It's the Robert Thomas goal, his 9th of the year, assist to Tyler Bozak. It was just a bad play in the slot by Jujhar Khaira, led to an already broken down defense of Baron Nurse, and man in front, Robert Thomas tap it home, no problem, one time back of the net. It is a good, hard-working goal again by the Blues to get everybody scrambled and out of position, but what you going to do, right? 2-2, are you going to panic? Well, no, I'm going to tell you, as an Oilers fan, my reason not to panic in a tied game against the St. Louis Blues. What could it be? I gotta think long and hard. Yep, I got my answer. Draisaitl and McDavid. I pointed at the McDavid jersey because he's part of my answer, but it's straight up Draisaitl and McDavid. And you know what happened 2 minutes and a second later after that Robert Thomas goal to open the third period for the Oilers? Well, for the Blues, but against the Oilers, whatever you want to say. Draisaitl, as mentioned, gets his 29th of the season, assist to Kailer Yamamoto and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Guys, this was a gorgeous play. I didn't really catch what Nuge did, but let me tell you, Yamo, it was absolutely incredible. Flicked it into, on a cross neutral zone blue line pass, into the skates of Leon Draisaitl in middle ice, and just absolutely let him into it, right? It was in his skates, but that was where his stick was. And as soon as Draisaitl strided and pretty much sprinted towards the goal, it was set from there. Snipes it past Jake Allen. That's a 3-2 lead. Yamo, Nuge, the assist, the second line. Again, all over that score sheet. +3 tonight if I've got it correct. We'll find out in a second here. Josh Archibald then. Blues get a late power play. Power plays, penalties were kind of a little wonky tonight, but we won't worry too much. And you know what? Josh Archibald gets out there on the penalty kill. I was calling it all night. I'm like, you know what? I need to see some penalty kill managed out of Archibald and Sheehan, man. And Shorty. Well, let me tell you, it's an empty net, shorthanded goal for Josh Archibald, and the Oilers get it going. Absolutely beautiful to see. Josh Archibald, his 7th of the season. All of a sudden, Josh Archibald has, wake me up, pinch me, I'm dreaming, 7 goals this season, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible. And it's not a guy named Connor McDavid. It's not a guy named Leon Draisaitl. It's not Nugent Hopkins. It's not Darnell Nurse. It's not Oscar Klefbom sealing the deal for the Oilers getting that 4th goal. Now the stats very varied tonight. 35-32, the shots on goal for the Oilers. The Blues, 32. 35 hits for the Blues. They played that playoff style hockey. Guess what? Regular season, that doesn't work against the Oilers. 22 hits for the Oilers. 36 face-offs for the Oilers. This is the telltale sign the Oilers came to play. The Blues, oh my goodness. Those face-off percentages I saw, quick stats by Sportsnet, woo, they are scary. They are absolutely scary. But the Oilers backed them down, backed them away, won more than 50% of the draws, took them to pound town on some of those draws. Of course, the elite face-off play the second line has in the offensive zone, yes sirree. The Oilers 6 penalty minutes, the Blues 2, so the Oilers only had the 1 power play chance, and it was terrible, miserable. Get a zone entry. The Oilers, 14 giveaways. Yeah, you know what? That's going to lead to some goals. That's what led to a goal. Is what it is. You know what? We shake it off. We battled through. 1 goal doesn't sink the Oilers. 2 or 3 does. Well, guess what? 1 didn't. Let's go. Good to go. All right, takeaways. This is the real big category. 14-1 for the Oilers. We were hungry. We were taking pucks. We were getting pucks. We were ripping pucks. And that's a big part of controlling the pace of play. And playing with a playoff team is you might not dominate, but as long as they ain't dominating you, you're good. Playing that neutral zone, you're good. And that's what the Oilers did. If it wasn't a Blues domination, it wasn't Oilers domination. They were clogging things up and just making things generally hard for both teams to create anything. And that's the kind of weird third part of this game that we didn't see too much of, but was very critical to the Oilers' success tonight. Now, 23 block shots for the Blues. Guys, let me tell you, if it weren't for the Blues blocking some of those shots, my goodness, this one could have been a whole nother mess for the Oilers, getting a ton of goals tonight. But if it wasn't for the Oilers blocking shots, of course, I would be amiss if I didn't mention the Adam Larsson shift on the penalty kill. A guy absolutely dominated out there. 2 big hits, got the hit of the game for both of them. The big block shot guy was absolutely incredible, and you can't complain about that at all. So Matt Benning, Leon Draisaitl, Caleb Jones, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Kailer Yamamoto, all +3 on the night. Let's go. That's what you're talking about. Anyone who's all in for plus-minus and all in on Matt Benning because he's always a plus player, there's your big, greasy +3 for Matt Benning with an assist tonight. Let me tell you, good go. And the Oilers, Patrick Russell, Adam Larsson, Jujhar Khaira, Gaetan Haas are the only guys who didn't record a shot. Draisaitl had 6 shots. He was firing them. Klefbom 3, Nuge 5, Nurse 4. Like, we had guys absolutely out there firing shots. How about Caleb Jones firing 3 shots and Josh Archibald 3 shots as well? Nuge, Larsson, and Draisaitl, your stars of the game, going 3-1. Nuge with 22 minutes and 48 seconds played on the ice. Absolutely incredible game. And, of course, the last but not least, 20 big saves earlier in the game, and then that flurry of saves to get up to number 30 on the night. 32 shots total against for a .938 save percentage tonight for Mr. Mikko Koskinen, stealing us the hockey game. Guys, this was a fantastic win. Got it out. Go out there, show them what you got, and get the win against the St. Louis Blues. I ain't complaining. Ain't nobody should be complaining after this one. You win this one, you're in good shape. 3 out of 4 so far. Tomorrow night, 5 out of 6. Let's get it going. Guys, stream starts 5 minutes beforehand. Let's get it going, guys. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Good night. Have a good one. Oilers win 4-2. I am up on out of here.